Hey, what's up, guys? Got a match for you today. Red Amplified Pikkon, a deck that I've been kind of looking at for a bit. I wasn't really sure which direction I wanted to go with Pikkon. Ended up being the one I built. I'm against Ruthless Majin Buu here. Sorry, I got a little. It's been kind of cold out. I'm getting a little sick here, but this will be an interesting matchup. I think I have enough answers for physical, but that little bit of passive anti-anger I might be taking could be something. And Boo is definitely going to start playing a long game, just like me, so this will be interesting. That is an interesting ad that he's running Fist Catch. I guess he really just wants to go for that anti-anger route. Of course, I don't see a lot of people playing MPPV anymore. Even still, it's still good to have anti-anger, but this would be really nice if I had embarrassing drill out, but we'll pop it out anyway. Hmm. I really want this. Damn it. I'm trying to think, like, what is he going to throw that's going to be doing? I'm going to be an E with him. So even if he throws like an ET5, it's going to be coming for 6. Concussive strikes are for 7. Yeah, okay. If this didn't cost, well, it cost 2, but it's better to just not be greedy. Better to just not be greedy. Like, I wanted to keep that and then just bottom deck the blocking hands, but it's better off to just not be greedy, especially against him. He's just going to keep passing, dropping some board actions. Now, of course, even if we do go into combat, he can just enter and put it into play with his mastery. So he's probably just waiting for like an Unleashed. I'm assuming he plays Unleashed. I did play... Well, I've watched Ryan's videos, Ryan O'Malley, and I know him and Dan trade lists and stuff and talk, so there's a decent chance. This is just not quite enterable. I have some actions on board. None of them are attacks, but I do have some anger and stage gain on board and some healing, so it's not the worst. Now, what I really don't want is to draw like a red leap when he enters on me finally. Now, my biggest issue with Blue Resourceful, and Blue in general, is that if you're trying to run any sort of anger, it's very, very hard to level. Now, I don't have the most anger hate in this deck, so it's going to be something to consider whether or not I use my Master Duel or his anger or raise my own. And he's just getting all his blocks out of the way. So, 1, 2, 3, well. Oh well. I'm getting some bored, so it's not the worst in the world. But he is now currently at 4 attack actions on board. Whereas I've only made up 1 action for his 3 that he's dropped. Not the worst in the world. I don't know. If he does run any drills, I could see him running Biting Drill. Maybe a Lifting. If he runs Dominance. So there's a decent chance he's probably got like a Tempo in hand, maybe a Dig, maybe an Unleashed. One of those 3 cards is probably what he's going to enter with, or Stare Down. Ooh, that's not the best hand in the world. This is pretty dead. I wish I had Channel Surfing Drill out right now. He's going to get rid of this or this. Got rid of the Attack Drill. Despair Drill. Lit. Red Leap, of course, gets rejuvenated because my master says once a drill of Mind Leaf's play in combat, I rejuvenate 1, so that was pretty nice. We'll take that. I don't need to block that. So all my attacks can be doing +2 life. Is there anything in my pile that I really want? You know, honestly, I could just toss that Red Leap now. Now, of course, entering with Unleashed would be really stupid against Pikkon or Stare Down because of his level 1, so he's probably just got a board full of attacks. Yeah, better off just throwing this, to be completely honest. Or do I want to wait? I'm trying to think of how I can maximize my damage here. I should pass, because here's what I'm thinking, right? I can use my mastery to get some extra damage off with this leap. But I have to have the stages to play leap. I could have done this, but I want to wait for him to get a little anger off his level 1. There he goes. I want him to play that first. So he has at least an anger I'm critting, so I'm not just letting him sit on some extra anger. That's going to do 4 stages of damage, of course, plus 1 from the mastery. I think the right play now to do... Crit his anger, retrieve 2. Another thing too is I have to remember is that if these attacks don't have anger in the text blocks, like the betrayal, the sword stance, they're going to lower my anger on hits. So I can afford to just kick these little chip attacks. I'll honestly probably just let this hit me. There's the blue lunge, so that's one of the cards I mentioned that he was probably waiting out. There's going to be a really good chance he's going to see a setup because he's only played 3. Okay, stylish pose is interesting. I wonder what allies he plays, if any. He's probably playing at least 1. I could see like Chilled or Cooler, Ginyu. Those kind of allies I could definitely see. So I don't know if I'm really... It's more like he's just going to get the crit that I guess I'm worried about. I don't know what ally I'd be entirely worried about as far as villain goes. We're going to do this. And now I'm going to do the mastery. And I'm going to gain 1, 2, 3, 4. So now my next attack is going to do 4 extra life. This red leap, if he doesn't lower my anger in this next action, which if he doesn't play an immediate lower like this, I'm going to play this, rejuvenate everything in my pile. Well, I probably won't. Depends on what he throws. Because he's only going to be able to lower me if he throws. Of course. That's pretty lame. I don't really care if that hits me, though. That's actually one of the weaker cards to be able to hit me with, so... 4, and I say that and I just get crit by it, so... Oh well. That's so... Oh well, I suppose. It would have felt a little worse if I had to spare draw 7, 9 life. Because I get +2 from the leap, and then +4. Just debating, I would just have used the endurance for this, honestly. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 1 more, 9. Now, unfortunately, there's nothing I want to kill here. It mostly sucks he's got that head knock, because now I'm going to have to take all these physicals if he throws them this combat, but... Oh well. Now I have choices. I wanted to kind of sit on this too, because I was thinking about during this leap to just buff the shit out of this, if I was, especially if I was able to level. But every card he's played this turn has the potential to lower my anger. I'll just get rid of that sphere. I want this in the bottom. Red Blaze is cool and all, but I doubt I'm going to be getting much use out of it this game. purely because it's going to be a board card I don't want in my deck. Of course, that's going to come in for 7 stages, I believe. And that is considered styled, but I'm just going to let that hit. 7. I'm just going to rejuve this confrontation, actually, because if I see relaxation, I'd rather have blocking hand. Now, again, Leap is kind of dead to draw, honestly, because I really came in this combat with 2 cards down, essentially, as the way I look at it, because Leap is very unoptimal in your hand. It did come in hot because of the mastery, but I would have much rather had an energy attack that didn't cost me, 2 of my stages. Like an Enhanced Beam would have had more damage. So well, that's a bummer. So I do have Hyper Tornadoes in pile, or Hyper Tornado in pile. So now actually I can banish and Rejuvenate 2. I won't do it yet. I'll see what else he throws, if he throws a Stretch Kick or not. Four. I do want those 2 back in my deck, though. And banish this. Rejuvenate 1, 2. He's probably not going to throw this. Or he will. That does suck that I don't have any anger, but oh well. Head knock was just really annoying this one. I just don't know what allies he'd be running. I guess, again, it's got to be probably a techie ally like Ginyu, is what I would assume. I don't know. This actually didn't turn out too terribly, though. I had some endurance where I needed it. I had Hyper Tornado kind of fallen. There's the Ginyu. Yep. So you had a pretty live hand there, but could have been a lot worse, I guess. Again, one of my issues with running like things like the blue off balance punch and sword stance is that they just don't really do much damage. Especially like sword stance, I can justify because it shuffles in. It's got all that endurance, but it's just so this is what I wanted before this, but that's okay. Bright Cannon's so sexy right now. So he's not gonna be able to kill 2 of my drills. Now, do I take that right block? I want to not hold this because it gives me more flexibility in case I want to kill a board card, but it also is an Omni right now, and there's no way he's going to be able to kill 2 of my drills as an action unless he ball forwards me. Which means it's going to be an Omni that he also can't sphere, as opposed to Red Stop, which can be sphered. I'm trying to think, he probably doesn't run like Blue Hush. I don't see practically anybody running that card. But if you don't know Blue Hush, it says text will be stopped by cards from the hand this turn. So he's going to pass, yeah. I'm glad he didn't drop any board. So he dropped Dig and Stare Down. Stare Down, of course, is dead against me. And here we go. This is what I wanted. So see, remember how I said I wanted that over the Confro? Especially right now. I could enter, but it's way too much of a gamble for me, considering I don't have a way to lower his anger. I'd rather have the red cannon. I don't know. It's pretty close to an enterable hand, honestly. I could have gone in for some beats, but the fact that he didn't have any board for the cannons, I don't know. I didn't have the anti-aggro either. Which again is going to be something that this deck is going to kind of be worried about with how it's built right now. I should probably take those 2 counters off. So can I do 1 red leap and pile? So that could have been a pretty devastating combat, honestly, with these cannons. It's coming in for like 8, 9, 10 apiece. If I didn't lose any drills here. Yeah, I just don't have quite the stages I wanted. I don't know. Maybe I should have done it. Maybe I shouldn't have. That was a pretty big hand that I could have gone in with, but for me personally, I'd rather just wait it out in case. So I think I've seen him go through 2 stare downs. Those are both dead in this matchup. He's got probably like 2 attacks, block, something like that. If he's gone I don't know, maybe not. Get rid of Mr. Ginyu there. Of course I get the crit, that's 2 stages, and I draw my bottom. And I'm now up a card on him versus I was 4 cards to... Well, so that's supposed to be... So I have a sphere, not that it really matters unless he plays a blue shifting maneuver. Now I've seen him pass on 2 of them, which he probably doesn't have. I guess if I had an event, this is where I'd be happy, but yeah, I mean, shifting maneuver, I think he retrieved 1. Yeah, because I'm pretty sure I've seen him pass that card twice. So I got 2 blocks. I have up to 4 anger maximum this turn between my mastery and these 2 cards, so it's going to be interesting. Now, of course, this is supposed to be malicious intent at the time. Malicious intent hasn't been released yet of this video. Okay, it's big sad. Now this is going to be coming in Buu's an F to my, I think, D. Yep. D, F, 4 stages. Suppose I gotta take this one, guys. Oops. Now, what I might do here, probably lower his anger, to be honest. I'll just use Pikkon to do that, though. Oh, I could have gone for Red Leap, but I think lowering his anger out of combat, or from an action, is better. Casey like has blue defensive stance in his deck. There's a decent chance he's running that card. I don't think I saw him play it yet. But defensive stance, of course, can raise or lower player's anger 1, and if I attacked into that and he threw it, then he level 1 to level, I'd feel really silly, so. Deathblow, of course, I'm so glad he hasn't played one yet. There's a decent chance he's got one in hand, though. Really don't want my pile clipped out, because I want these. And there's the Buu, putting the Deathblow back. And of course, going to be coming in for 4 stages. Putting me in kind of a rougher spot, I suppose. I don't know. It's a good thing that I got the anger with Pikkon, though, because now I can gain 2 stages off of the mastery. He's going to discard. I'm assuming he's going to draw. Okay. Now, ultimately, I only really need the 1 stage. Lower anchor 1. I'd actually rather just make sure he doesn't cheese out a level on me, potentially, with cards in his hand. And I only need the 1 stage to play this, so, because of my mastery, making all my styled initial attacks cost 1 less stage. Now, what I am more worried about is him mastering out a really crappy card, stage locking me again. But, of course, there's a tempo. He's still got a lot of his best cards in deck, which is really unfortunate. Like, his best attacks are still in deck, and he's still got a lot of setups in his deck. He's gonna probably go grab Stretch Kick, and there's the Stretch Kick. Yep. Cool, my guy. Cool. I'm going to do this now. I'm going to put that one stage on that. Now what I am going to do is this now. Destroy that to banish that. So I'm really just trading him action for action here. I'm not going to get this off this combat most likely, unfortunately, but it was worth it. I'm trading him a lot more damage that I could be taking if I kill that instead. Does suck I'm losing my one block out of my hand, but you know, that's how it goes. So this is going to be doing 5, 6, 7 life. Okay, well, he blocked it. I think I lowered 2 off that, right? Yeah. Mill 1. Okay, so he milled off that. So he's down to 1 card in hand. Well, honestly, as far as how bad this combat could have been. Oh, wow, he's passing. Okay. 6 life. Bam. Yeah. I suppose I crit gain you when he entered combat. So that's pretty nice. So he didn't see I had that sphere. Lols. 6 all banished. So there's 4, 5. Oh my god, yes. 6, 5, 6. That is perfect. I think that was, what? 1, 2. Was that, that wasn't a crit, was it? Hang on, I gotta count that again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh no, that's 1, 2, 3, 4. Was that? I'm like losing my concentration here. I've been, yeah, that's a, pass. So he's got no actions. I think it was just the better play was just to make sure I got his Anger Lord. So that's supposed to be. So of course, Malicious Intent at this time says gain 5 stages. Place a card from a player's discard pile on top of their life deck. And then if you're an alien with a single trait, you can go search out a card and banish it from your opponent's life deck. Do I really need this red leap in there? No, not really. I kind of think this Twin Beams is better to drop in there. Yeah, I'm going to put Twin Beams in there because I might want it for a Combined Blast or something. But this gives me, this is supposed to be Malicious Intent, which I will bring up actually right now. I have the drop box up, but yeah, as of right now, I'm using it as the wording. So sorry if you hate me for doing that, but I'll bring up Malicious Intent right here. Of course, he's got a Sword Stance he's putting out in play. This is what Malicious Intent does. You know, it gives you 5 stages, choose a card and place discard pile on top, and blah blah blah. It's not going to ever leave play to my own effects, so I don't need to really worry about that part, but that's just what it is supposed to be. I'm trying it out. It's done some work for me in my testing. So that Android Twin Beam's already looking nice because I got this out now. In case he enters and head knocks me or something. So I don't need this. I want this. I want it because I'm a greedy hoe. But I shouldn't because I shouldn't. If that makes sense, I don't know. I want to throw that so bad because that can do some big damage, and we're getting at the point where that can definitely finish out a game. That and cannon can come in for like a hot 8, 9, 10 life cards pretty easily, but oh well. So he's got dominance out, so I'm gonna have to play against Buu 2, and Buu 2 could potentially put him to Buu 3. There's a good chance he's gonna have at least a Dev Blow left in his deck. And oh lord. Oh yeah. Now the biggest thing is, do I want to drop this drill? And I say that because how likely might I actually hit him with crit damage? I have one drill in pile, so I can get this off no matter what. I'll do this. This is quite a nice little sweep of drills I'm getting here. Again, he's probably going to enter a Dev Blow just to kill Twin Beams. I can see that being what he does. He's still got 2 Dev Blows. He's got all 3 Dev Blows in deck, I believe. I'm kind of surprised I haven't seen Shoulder Slam. Shoulder Slam's a really good card with Buu. I've been really, really liking it in Mischievous Buu. But I could see spacing being the issue. And also not having like any inherent stage gain in your deck. So he's going to drop another setup. Yeah, there it is. Another Sword Stance. He's going to put Paragus out. Not a bad idea. Not a bad idea to run Paragus. I've seen a couple people running Paragus. I played against I was actually playing against a Frieza deck that was running a Dutch Frieza deck that was running Paragus Ally, and it was I started recording the matchup. I couldn't finish it because I actually got called into work early, and I had forgotten that, and so I had to jet out of there, and I couldn't finish the game. But definitely a good add is Paragus Ally. He stops combat ending, of course, including parenthetical combat ending. Oh, this is so fucking tempting. I think I'm running out of drills, honestly. But this card, of course, lets you discard a drill from your hand. If it's styled, you draw a card. Combos with Malicious Intent here, which lets you top deck a card. So it's a little bit of sequencing, but just one of the combos I got going. I think Confrontation, while it could be very good, I think the block is better. So I think I'm starting to run out of blocks. But I know the other Confrontation I'm not going to see, so I don't know. Let's see, I got 2 blocking handouts, so I only run 2 blocking and 2 duck in this build. Having the hard block I think is actually better right now. I think I don't have any more drills in deck. I think I run 11 drills total. 10 or 11. Let's see, I got 4, 5, 6, 7 out, 1 in pile. There's Despair and Banished Zone, so that's 9. And Embarrassing Drills, that's 10. I think that's all my drills, unfortunately. So I didn't get this in time, which really sucks. But I still can use it as an action in combat to just burn up an action in combat, so that's kind of neat, I guess. This will be really handy. I'm assuming he's got Head Knock, Lunge, Dig. One of those 3. 2 out of those 3 cards have got to be in his hand. That's how I feel about it, at least. So there's a drill. So I had no one entering this, unfortunately. This can give me 5 stages. This will give me some anger and rejuve. This will give me a block. There's the Dev Blow. What do you know? I was calling that for the longest time, that he was going to probably draw that. So he's going to try to do that and land in level 2. And he's probably got at least one more card that raises anger in hand. Now he's going to pick out Time, Leap, Twin Beams. Do Twin Beams if you're not bad. Okay. Fair enough. So that's 82. He's an F to my E, so that'll be doing 4 stages, I believe. 6 stages with that, targeting the Biting Drill. This Biting Drill is going to put a little mill on me this combat, I feel. Oh, yes, and then, of course, -1 from Speedy Drill. Sure, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Interesting that he didn't pick my drill either, so I'm going to turn his pile off, because at this point I already know what his hand probably is, and I don't really care about him shuffling stuff in at this point. So what I do worry about is, let's see, what did I just rejuvenate? I was Confrontation, right? Let's do this now. 5 life. 5 life banished. So, ooh, okay. So he doesn't have one of the multiple lunges he's got left. And I got a confrontation now. And I have this block on board. So he's going to need sphere, and I have not seen a single sphere come from him the entire game. Dan, I think, is probably more in the mindset. There's certain mindsets people, they either run like sphere or stare down, or some people run both, but a lot of people are one or the other for aggro. And I know my friend Joshua Gregory is more on the sphere side of things. I think Dan seems like he's probably more on the stare down, which that's kind of more like me, personally. I don't expect him to bump. At the same time, would he really want to bump me? I don't know. Do it. It's interesting because if he bumps me, I keep all my drills anyway. The biggest thing is him lowering my anger. No, I gotta block this, I think. I don't want him to bump, because if he gets the 3, he can come back really easily. What I should have done is just done the twin beams, though. I could have twin beams this, but, oh well, that's okay. Deterrence, concussive, yeah. Yeah, okay, I'm good now, because all I need to do is block Buu 2, and I can lower his anger with this. He's got no more anger on board. The fact that he didn't banish twin beams, like, with this on board, that is just so surprising to me. Because if he had done that, I would have been fucked. And he's got deterrence and a bunch of attacks left, so I'm going to wait to throw this. Next time a player rejuvenates a card, I can draw a card. I'm going to do that now. This is going to be 4 stages. I'm going to give him a card back. I'm going to hit him because of Buu 2, but drawing the card here could be really helpful. Now, again, he's got all this crap. I don't really give a fuck about Stylish Pose, to be completely honest. It's these two going back in his deck, which is going to be annoying, but this giving me 5 stages. I've forgotten to do this. This, of course, is no longer constant, but I forgot to do this when I got my anger lowered to mill him. That's okay. I still got this stuff here, though. See, I have all these actions on board. I mean, this stuff, or these 2 are actions. I got this as an action. I got this malicious tent as an action. So he's going to mill me 1 with the hit effect from the biting drill, because he's going to attempt to lower my anger with mastery, because this doesn't have anger in text, so I gotta let that hit. 1, 2, 3, 4. No, I don't. I want that actually. 1, 2, 3. The rest. And I mill 1. I want this in here because now if he doesn't see Dev Blow, I'm gonna just get this again. So that's gonna shuffle. Yep. And he's gonna shuffle that Sword Stance in. Um, 1, 2. I'm trying to think. I got 1, 2, 3, 4 anchor here. I wish I had one more anchor. I can top deck a card. I gotta wait though. I gotta see. This is where the action. See, now I gotta just like try to burn him around on actions. Guess I got these. And then I'll just do this. Ideally, I'm going to make him play around me, because I want to have as much anger as possible to rejuve as much as I can with controlled anger drill. Sure, it's going to be doing 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Mill 1. Oh, lit. There's another action, so see, I just get all these actions to play around him. Now, I don't want to rejuve these two. Unfortunately, this is going to rejuvenate my top two, so... Let's top deck, that young static shot. And I get to go banish Cardo's deck. Dig is looking like... Deblo or Dig? Actually, the right answer is Deblo. And purely because I have twin beams. And I don't shuffle my deck. I was about to shuffle my deck on accident. Now, what's good here is that this lowering my anger, it's not a card effect. Or is it? Is it considered for the thing? No, it's got to be when a card effect lowers your opponent's anger. I'm pretty sure crits don't count. Because it's not the actual card effect lowering my anger, it's just crit. So wait, I can get an anger off this. What sucks is that... Ah, shit, the master attack's gonna come in so big, though. Oh, it's gonna stage lock me. That is a real bummer. Oh, wait, but this can... Okay, this will give me stages back, though. That's right. And I draw a card, of course, never control blast. 1 life card. That's right, I forget that I have all this stage gain off of the master, too. So there's the 1 life. Buu's gonna just rejuvenate that immediately. This is definitely methodical combat. I think I've played 2 games with Malicious Intent so far, and I've really enjoyed it both times. What I will do is... I think I'm gonna do this. Yeah. I'll put those Hyper Tornadoes back in my deck. I can always pull them off later for the rejuve. Get rid of Ginyu. I don't have any combat ending in this deck. I don't even care. do this, mill him 2. That does suck. Well, it doesn't suck, I guess. I'm gonna be able to throw this no matter what, how I want to, so. I'll mill him 2. Just get some more unpreventable damage going. I'm gonna do this now because I want that Twin Beams in pile. I'll put this Malicious Intent and this Blaze back in my deck. I really just need to... My biggest thing is why I'm not popping these is because I want this in my pile really bad. No, it's good, is even though this is going to come in for 6. Where I'm at with my anger. 1, 2, 3. I'm going to come in. I'm still going to have enough stages for this Static Shot, which is going to be coming in for 8 life, unpreventable. So that's going to come in for 8 life. That'll level me. That'll put me on 2. It'll give me an action. And of course I have Saving Drill. Oh shit, this is still gonna get rejuvenated. Damn it. I have to rejuvenate. Oh well. That's a bummer. Shit. That kinda goofed me. Whoops, mind if I do that? I suppose I'm not late on the timing, because I would do the hit gain anger. Okay. Because I would have done the hit anger. I would have actually, I was totally fine in my thing here, so. Yeah, well, I'm still in timing for that anyway. Anyway you want it, that's the way you need it. Any way you want it, I'm gonna rejuve this. I could have kept that Hyper Tornado in my pile, but... or put it back in my deck, but fuck it. We're just gonna throw a bunch of shit back in my deck. Rejuvenate 3. It's just like that. I went from 18 cards to 28 in a couple of actions. Yeah, this is pretty nuts. This, of course, can do 8 stages. Another one. Let's see if he deterrents this. I mail him 1 off this, so. That's funny. Can't be prevented either, which is the best part because of static. It's just like that. A bunch of procs went off. So I'm in a really good spot right now. What was the last card I rejuvenated? Let's look here. Confrontation, static. Severe blocking hands. Blocking hands on my bottom. Yeah, that's pretty... Yep, forgot to have my hands. Thanks, Dan. Enter, no effects. He's got none in hands. I mean, I'm gonna go get a blocking hand with this. I'm on this level. That's gonna be coming in for 5. So even if he takes it full, he's gonna come back with a card. So he'll be at 6 cards in deck at burst. So he's gonna bam bam. So it's of course still banished, and then he's gonna rejuvenate that deterrence. Put him at 7. I wasn't counting him drawing cards, but that doesn't really matter. Even if he head knocks me here, it's yeah. There's definitely maybe some sequencing things he could have done differently, I feel like, in this game. But, like the last combat, he could have maybe sequenced differently to try to control my anger better, but I just... It worked out pretty well. So it's going to come in for 6. -1, of course, from Speedy. 5, I'll take that. 8, 4, 5. And then I can just go for the... I could probably do this quicker, but again, I'd rather just make sure I'm not being greedy and potentially get like a dig with like a fucking tempo into a random set of attack and die combat on me. I'd rather just play this smart out. But yeah, as you can see, because of this red drill package, a lot of actions, which really helped out last turn. And I'm just like slowly grinding him down. Yeah, him not killing Twin Beams really screwed him, though. That could have definitely changed the combat if he'd been able to land level 2. And potentially stage lock me earlier, because I would have had an extra block. It would have definitely made a very different combat, I think. And there's a head knock. Sure. And I don't even mind if he hits me with that, because all I need to do is block these 2. And I got the blocks for it. I'll just gain that stage now. I don't even care. I don't need to be too... Well, I could have burned an action, blocked with block hand, then done that. It don't really matter to me, honestly. I got... As long as I've stationed... Or sequenced my shit right here. I probably wasn't going to KO him with a single attack anyway, because of his endurance, but... Either way, I'm still very ahead in this combat. I could have discarded controlled energy burst, honestly, but again, he would have just thrown level 2 into it if I discarded this for my level 2. So, we'll just do this. Boop, boop, mill him 1. And this is going to do 7. And then no matter what, I mean, he's going to... Good. And no matter what, yeah. I mean, even if he throws this, all his only action left is this, so... And then I just throw him with this. If I don't kill him with this, I mean, he's still in it, but... Oh, yes, I forget he banishes his top. And he did play an event, so of course I'm forgetting that Pikkon because I'm just fast playing myself here, but the constant fact, of course, whenever my opponent plays an event card, I rejuvenate 1, they banish top of their deck, which he did, and I hit his dig. And he's going to put a card back in. And now I do this, and I'll rejuvenate 3, and what do you know? Red Leap. So this is going to be coming in for 7 life cards now. So he may be at like 6 right now, but... So, even if I don't miss it, kill him now. Well, that was a fun game. Yeah, this deck's actually been performing decently well. I think that just his misplay with that Twin Beams really came back to bite him. Oh my fucking lord, that endurance is just ridiculous. I guess it's not over yet. You son of a gun. So he's got 2 stretch kicks in deck. Ugh. Okay, well, I doubt he's gonna do kill combat. Oops. I really doubt he's gonna kill combat me here, but I guess you never know, huh? If I hadn't lured his anger, maybe, but he'd have to make a lot of anger up this combat and get to 3, and then even then, just like... I think I got him here, unless he draws like head knock. I don't even know. Yeah, and I drew block. Okay, so bam, rejuve 3. So if he doesn't lure my anger immediately, rejuve 3, this gets rejuvenated, gives me an anger. I do this to level if I want to. He's gonna put the stretch kick in play. Oh, dominance. Okay, sure. 3 stages. 5 stages. 1, 2, 3, 4. That's funny, and then this is still in the pile. Oh man, okay. And the confrontation. This is just funny. Shifting maneuvers, time, or his final 2 cards against Pikkon. Yeah, he plays either of those and he dies. Now I'm just gonna block Buu. It's funny because if I didn't have a block for this, I would have kept him alive this turn. Yeah. But yeah, this game's over. I mean, he's not going to be able to put any more cards in his deck. So I'll just block his level 2 and that's game. But anyway, I think I'll probably do is I'll just go to 3 this combat to kill him. One, two, 3, and then I'll do 1, 2, 3. Oh, that's so fucking hilarious. Here's what I will do. I'm gonna just be an asshole and extend this game, but yeah, cause this. 1, 2, 3. This. 1, 2, 3, 4. If you had Devblowed well, GG, Dan. I think Dan doesn't get to play as much as he used to. I know he's been doing a lot of stuff with college. I think he's a professor, and of course that one combat I think he just could have sequenced differently. I think that's just a little rustiness, I suppose. But I know Dan, of course, is a good player. He's topped multiple events I've seen, so... Oh, silly. Silly. Well, that's just like, you can just see, this is just the engine going here, though. You get on 2 with all this rejuve stuff, and it's fucking ridiculous. Like, look at all this. 3, this turns into 4 because I raised my anger 1 off this Thunder Flash getting rejuve 4. If what I really could have done is I could have done this first, and then I rejuved those last 2 cards, but it doesn't really matter. Ultimately, like, I could have done this first, so I wouldn't have hit this, and then rejuve this with that, it's still leveled, and then gone to... And then if I had more cards in my pile, I would have rejuve 2 on the level 3, and if he had played time, I would have rejuved another 2, so that was like 4, 8, 12, 15 cards I could have rejuved that combat, not to mention if I had a drill in there, 16. I mean... Yeah, dance is going off in the chat there. I feel that. Well, anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed this game. This was a nice little test. I definitely anger kind of scares me with this deck, but I think so far against two physical deck matchups. Granted, they weren't turbo aggro. I was doing pretty decent. So, but this has a lot of rejuve potential. So, a lot of fun. Thanks to the match, Dan. Hope you guys liked it. Subscribe. Peace.